All right, let's get right into it. We're going to tackle a huge problem that pretty much every marketer is facing today. How do you actually know what's working when your customers are literally everywhere? We're going to dig into what the latest research is telling us, and it all points to one big idea: a unified mandate for measurement.
So, here's the plan for our journey today. First, we're going to get lost in what I'm calling the measurement maze. You'll see why. Then we'll shine a light on the big roadblocks that are keeping everyone confused. After that, it's all about the solution: building a real source of truth, getting a brand new toolkit, and finally, figuring out your true impact. It all comes together in what we call the unified mandate. Okay, so let's step right into this measurement maze. To figure our way out, we first have to understand why it's so darn confusing to begin with. The whole issue is this huge mismatch between how our customers really act and how we're trying to measure them. Get a load of this number: 73%. That's almost 3/4 of your customers. They aren't walking in a straight line to your checkout page. No way. They're bouncing from Instagram to your website to an email you sent last week. Maybe they even saw a billboard, all before they even consider making a purchase. And that right there is the heart of the problem, isn't it? Your customer's journey is this complex, winding, modern path, but the tools most of us are using to track it, they're like an old pirate's map, totally oversimplified, probably leading us to the wrong treasure, and just not built for the world we live in today. So what does this actually look like in the real world? Well, it means our data is trapped. It's like it's stuck in separate filing cabinets that don't talk to each other. One for social media, one for web clicks, another one for email opens. So because we can't see that whole journey, we make a massive mistake. We end up throwing money at the very last thing a customer clicked, completely ignoring all the other things that actually got them there. So what's really behind all this chaos? When you boil it all down, there are basically two major villains standing in our way, blocking us from getting any real clarity. Villain number one is an internal problem: data silos. I mean, think about it. Your CRM data, your social media data, your website data, they all speak different languages. This means your team is just burning hours trying to manually glue reports together, and you never ever get a single clear story about what your customer is actually doing. And villain number two, that's external pressure. The whole world of data privacy has been turned upside down. With rules like GDPR, the old days of just using third-party cookies to follow people around the internet, well, they're over. Gone. Toast. That entire model is crumbling, and it's leaving these massive black holes in our data. Okay, so how do we get out of this mess? What's the first step out of the maze? It's actually not about finding some shiny new metric. Nope. It's about building a solid, absolutely non-negotiable foundation for all of your data. And that foundation has a name. It's a customer data platform, or a CDP. And look, this isn't just another piece of software. It's more like the central nervous system for all of your customer info. A CDP is the mandatory first step. It creates that single source of truth so you can finally know who you're actually talking to. And here's basically how it works, in 3 simple steps. First, the CDP just sucks in data from everywhere: your website, your app, your CRM, you name it. Then, this is where the magic happens, it resolves their identity. It connects all the dots to see that, hey, the person who liked your Facebook post is the exact same person who opened your email 2 days later. And finally, it activates that complete profile, letting you send out truly personal campaigns at exactly the right time. Awesome. So, our data foundation is set. It's solid. Now, it's time to upgrade our toolkit, because we need a new set of advanced models to really make sense of all this beautiful, unified data. Now, the big secret here is that it's not an either-or situation. The smart move is to combine 2 really powerful approaches. On one hand, you have what's called marketing mix modeling, or MMM, to get that big picture, strategic view. And you pair that with multi-touch attribution, MTA, for making those quick, precise adjustments to your live campaigns. This table just breaks down their different jobs perfectly. Think of marketing mix modeling, the MMM, as your telescope. It lets you see the whole marketing universe, even offline stuff like TV or radio ads. And because it uses broad aggregated data, it's totally privacy safe. Multi-touch attribution, the MTA, that's your microscope. It zooms way in on individual digital clicks and actions to help you tweak your tactics on the fly. One tells you where to point the ship, and the other helps you trim the sails. Okay, so even with this amazing new toolkit, there's a deeper, more important question we have to ask ourselves. It's not just about which channels get the credit, it's about whether your marketing is actually causing sales to happen in the first place.
And this brings us to what I think is the holy grail of measurement: incremental lift. This is the gold standard. It measures the sales that happened only because you ran a marketing campaign, the results that absolutely would not have happened otherwise.
And this quote just hits the nail on the head. It's a huge mindset shift. I mean, we all love seeing a high return on ad spend, right? A big ROAS looks great in a report, but incrementality makes you ask the really tough question: would those people have bought from us anyway? This is how you discover the true causal value your marketing is creating. So, how do we measure this? Well, it's actually way simpler than it looks. We run experiments. You show your ads to one group, that's the treatment group, and you hold back your ads from a similar control group. The difference in their behavior? That's your incremental lift. It's the proven scientific impact that your campaign actually generated. It's undeniable. All right, let's pull all these threads together. Let's put all the pieces of the puzzle on the table. This is the Unified Measurement Mandate, a clear, actionable operating system for driving real, sustainable business growth. It really just boils down to these 4 core actions. It all starts with that CDP. That is your non-negotiable foundation. From there, you build a hybrid measurement system that uses MMM for the big strategy and MTA for the daily tactics. With that in place, you make incremental lift your North Star for proving real value. And the final step, you can use AI to dynamically shift your budget in real time, moving money to the things that you've just proven are actually working. So at the end of the day, it all comes down to this one simple but powerful question you have to ask yourself and your team. Is your measurement just a report card, something that looks backward at what's already happened, or is it a strategic roadmap, something you're using to actively guide your business into the future? Which one is it going to be?